Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have another Dawn of War 3 match, and this time it'll be a 1v1 on Port Sundaris. Very interesting map here. Definitely not my favorite map, but it is rather interesting, and we are going up against the Orks. We, of course, are the Space Marines. And I do feel like the Orks have the advantage in this matchup, just because they're so aggressive and their knobs are so powerfully strong. And so I think it's definitely an uphill battle for the Space Marines, especially in the early game, with just boys versus Space Marines. But here you can see I do have Gabriel Angelos, Kill Team Iron Maw, and Terminators. And these guys are the long-range Terminators with the rockets. Over here I do have Pin. I'm trying out the Devastators here. They use their heavy bolters to immobilize the target. So, and then this guy makes it so that my Devastators do not have to, when he's deployed, they don't have to set up their guns. Over here I do have the improved listening posts and then the rapid drop pods. And let's head over to his lineup. That's very strange. It doesn't have, I think it has a Space Marine loadout, but you can see he has Beauty Demorkanaut, Warboss Gorguts, and the Mega Knobs. And so we'll just hop back because there's not much point being over there. And so this map is rather interesting. You can see it has a couple of points here. This point is a requisition point, rather nice. There's also a point over here with 2 energies, so this is a the only 3 on the map, and I didn't realize this till about like halfway through the game. And then in the middle they do have a requisition point and an elite point generator. You can see over here I'm running straight for these double requisition. I figure I need the Space Marines, and I'm running these. I'm gonna be running these guys. I think up there as well. Try and make a stronghold up here. Here come my some more servitors. They're gonna go down south, and I should be sending my next one up north here. You can see I am building a barracks right away to try and get a jumper assault marine in there. You can see over here I will start to build the turret, and you can see Orc boys are coming in here, so this is a bit stressful right in here as my Space Marines are coming in. So this is not ideal. You can see here I'm going to drop the standard. Not really much I can do. I can't outrun these guys, but I'm just trying to get them away from my servitor so he can keep mining or building away. And once I build it up, you can see my Space Marines do have that shield from the banner, which is very helpful. And I'm just going to delay these guys till this turret is up and running. You can see he does have more boys and more boys, so definitely terrifying, and he is solidifying his hold down here with a turret. Here these guys are going to get away. They're going to run through the shadow here, which is sad, but I'm going to get some damage as they run away. You can see more boys coming up. You can see I should have been building these requisition generators already. And he is capping the middle here. I was so preoccupied with the top. And I believe I will be sending these guys back soon to replenish, because I don't want them to sit like that for too long, when I really don't think he's going to have enough to take out this tower anytime soon. You can see here he does have those requisition generators down. He's got another one here, and he's got a turret down, so this is not looking good early game. He's got some pretty powerful Orc Boy squad. My Assault Marine squads are being built in their drop pod, and I'm going to send my little servitor out to scout. You can see probably built one too many servitors here, which is something I would change in the future. Over here you can see I'm sending another, and I have a servitor up there just in case he attacks. And yeah, you can see here I am going to be replenishing these guys soon, and I'm going to head back out and keep scouting, because I can't see anything right now. You can see there. I believe I know he has something down there, but that's about it. You can see here he already has a boy's hut forward deployed, which is very good. Good tactic there, and you can see I'm finally building these requisition generators down here. Orc boys are coming in, and they're going to get in there, and it's not really going to matter that I have this point, I'm going to miss that drop pod there, but I will be dropping my Assault Marines in here, trying to get some nice damage. You can see just how fast my attack Marines start to die, and I'm bringing up another one to join in on the fun. I believe I should have Kill Team Iron Maw in 10 seconds, so I wasn't super worried about this engagement. I just wanted to delay and damage these guys for as long as humanly possible, and especially with some more Space Marines. There you can see he is going to show up now, but he's going to be wise and run away. Would have been really great to catch this guy out, but with he doesn't have a 2-cost guy, so he'll be doing a little bit better late in the game, while I'll be doing a little bit better now that I have him out. You can see Fuhrer tactics, lighting these poor orcs on fire, and I'm probably pushing a bit too much here. I just really want to do a kill these orc boys, and I believe I will be actually just turning around and trying to take this tower out, because I figured if I got that solidified early game. Nice, picked him off, but you can see him spawning more guys, which is not the best, as I try and take out this turret and run away with my Space Marines. What I really should have done is put in a flamethrower on one of these guys, so that when they come back like this, I can punish them really harshly. But sadly, that's not going to be the case. I'm not going to be able to kill these guys. There's too much pressure here, and I was about to lose my Assault Marine, so definitely not ideal. Because that's a huge investment there compared to the 300 of these orc boys. And you can see Kill Team Iron Maw just trying to get in here, solidify the kill. But you can see taking some damage. I'm going to drop the slow grenade as I run away to prevent them from chasing. Get some nice damage as well. But you can see that was a bit of a mistake. He already has Gretchens coming in here to repair. He's dropping a Wog Tower, so now that's going to be pretty defended. So it's not looking too good for us right now. We are dropping a listening post down here. We have this one up here. And he definitely has the advantage right now. I believe he does have a requisition generator up here that I really should be taking out. But you can see I am regenerating some of my troops and spawning some Assault Marines, some Space Marines, some Scout Snipers. I'm just trying to get a wide variety of stuff. As you can see, more Orc Boys on the way. Just so much stuff. A second Wog Tower, so this is not looking very good at all. You can see here, he smartly has a tower up here on his kind of weaker side. And we're going to see that when I try and go harass some of his resources. I really should have hopped down here and gotten these ones where a lot of his forces are. You can see I did the same thing. I put a listening tower here and here, just because it's so much harder to get at this one. But I have not actually activated those energies yet, and you can see he has. So I wonder if I can see kind of our use here. Yeah, so you can see he has a huge power resource advantage over me, essentially, and that's going to be coming into play a little bit later. You can see he is solidifying his force down here. There's almost no way I can crack through this now, because between the 3 turrets, that is a terrifying defense, and I'm going to try and push up here in the middle, try and get a handle on that, try and get this elite point generator was my goal, because I knew I needed to get these guys out as fast as possible. And you can see here, Gretchen's running around, getting some nice damage on these guys, but you can see he is building Shout, which is not the best for me. And he's coming in from both sides, so I'm trying to just keep my, what are they called? Kill Team Iron Maw in the head of the damage. I would rather have them take damage than anybody else. And he does start charging Wah over here, so I really don't want any of that. I'm going to take advantage of this and go strike here at the middle. You can see I do have an orbital relay. I'm probably saving for 500 here. So what I really need to be doing is buying these guys, which I am not, and you can see my energy production is very low. I do shut down his Wah Tower there, but now you can see he now has the advantage because he's spent 4 of his elite points. I've only spent 2, and I have a ways to go before I get Gabriel Angelos. So this is not looking too good. Nice grenade there. I really didn't know how much he had, so I was falling back a little bit, and it was definitely good because Gorguts is a force to be reckoned with. That spin attack is just so powerful. You can see more Assault Marines coming in. I think I tried to attack this here. But you can see just him just annihilating my poor Space Marines, and there's really nothing I can do about it. It's just, it blocks almost all attacks, all ranged fire, which is the primary kind of source of damage for the Space Marines early game. I do have those Assault Marines, but you can see they took a whomping from the spinning, whatever, claw. And you can see here, he's just going to pull away. There's really, and then he pads into the shadow, and my guys instantly forget he's there, which is rather sad. And you can see him proccing a wah for his boys as I begin to fall back. I kind of want to just get a tower built here. And you're going to see that's why I do have a servitor over here. You can see a lot of my dudes heavily damaged, though. More Assault Marines coming out. Here they come. I really didn't expect him to attack again this soon. You can see I'm dropping a barracks over here. And I'm going to use Kill Team Iron Maw to tank out his boys a little bit as the rest of my guys do their thing. You can see Kill Team Iron Maw just taking a ton of damage, so I'm going to bring these guys into support. You can see he's just constantly bringing in more guys because he has, at this point, he has so much more resource generation than me, especially with the energy. And yeah, so you can see there, drop that standard. He is going to snipe out my servitor, which is not the best, and I drop my Space Marines, my Assault Marines in there. So I really cannot tell who's winning at this point. It's hard to tell. And you can see there, the pathing stops again for some reason, just because of the shadow. I'm not used to it. So I'm falling back. You can see Kill Team Iron Maw is slowly regenerating health. And you can see me dropping a listening post here while I try and just replenish what I have. But he is going to be relentless. He's not going to let me do this. You can see the wah building up. Gorguts is back. Kill Team Iron Maw is definitely not anywhere near healthy. My standard's about to be up. So this is just not a good combination. You can see Gorguts coming in with some shooter boys. And that's all it's really going to take. And there goes that poor listening post. Nice dodge there with his ranged guys. My second unit is going to get in there. But you can see Gorguts here just doing a great job of tanking out my dudes, doing some damage to my Assault Marines, and really just not taking any damage in return. You can see I'm putting some good damage on these guys, but it's just they're just so cheap. It's hard for me to be cost effective against them. And here you can see I've isolated Gorguts again, but I just cannot kill him for the life of me. He's just doing so much damage to all my units. Oh man. I really need to pull these guys away and start flaming in there. You can see more shooter boys. Gonna get a nice flanking shot on my Assault Marines. On my attack Marines. I'm gonna bring these guys over, try and just disrupt them. But again, I just miss the click when he's running away, and that is going to be killing me this game. You can see my Assault Marines now trapped with just a ton of boys. Luckily, I just got Gabriel Angelos, so you can see he's going to be coming in here, trying to save this Assault Marine. You can see Assault Marine jumping away, just going to slaughter me some boys. But he just has more and more and more. He is not letting me kind of solidify to repair. You can see dropping some nice damage there. I really didn't think he would keep attacking, which is why I brought these guys in. And there I lost an entire unit of Assault Marines, which is going to be devastating. You can see up here, still don't have these two resource power generators down. So definitely not very good on my part. You can see, just for a comparison, he has 3 resource generators. I have 4 resource generators, but he has 4 energy gens, and I have 0. You can see finally going to be dropping this guy, which was much, much needed. You can see we're both kind of just building up here, repairing. I have Gabriel Angelos now, so I have a slight advantage for a little bit. You can see my Assault Marines up here just trying to get in there, do some damage. Here comes Gorguts, though. I thought these would be undefended, but it was really these two that were undefended. So great plays from my opponents here. Definitely learned a little bit about playing against the Orks from him, and he seems to be very, very good. This is my third game, I think, in the non-beta, so still learning how things go, and you can see we're both posturing. That taunt is devastating, gonna catch a couple of my guys unaware and take them out of the fight. But here comes Gabriel Angelos. I'm okay with just having a slugfest with this guy, but what he does right here is come in at the same time, and I really didn't think he would be doing that. You can see I have some Devastator Marines over here, some more Marines. What I really need to do is get these TAC Marines in this big old blob. They're doing a ton of damage, and you can see poor Kill Team Iron Maw is taking a ton of damage, and here comes Gorguts to slaughter my poor Devastator Marines. I think Kill Team Iron Maw, yeah, goes down there, which is not the best. I'm going to be dropping my standard. I really need to be splitting these units up. And you can see just how much damage he does there. But now I have my standard, which is nice while I try and clean up this guy. Try to clean up these guys. But he does have a Death Dread now. So this is terrifying. I really don't have anything to deal with this. Kill Team Iron Maw is down for the count. They do not have access. Like if they hadn't have died, they could have come back with their rocket launcher and been a great asset here. But I really just have nothing to kill him. And you can see my money stacking up as I'm just trying to micro this fight here. I know Gabriel Angelos can take him out, but it's just going to take so long to do that. And while that's happening, Gorguts is just slaughtering my poor troops. So you can see Death Dread is going to run away. I'm going to try and get some damage on Gorguts and running away to heal with these guys. You can see a Wog. He has a ton of troops left here, a number of boys. And I have nothing. I have an Assault Marine, Attack Marine, and another Assault Marine. So this is definitely not looking good at this point. You can see the boys coming in here. At this point, oh god, I used that to kind of give myself some room, and I should be running away here if I have anything, if I know what I'm doing at all. Well, actually, you can see Gorguts here running away, so with Gabriel Angelos, I actually do have a pretty decent chance. You can see he is going to run away, just because he has no real answer here to Gabriel Angelos. Man. Space Marine for front flips, right? So you can see I did kind of win there, but he just has so much here, and I really have very little. You can see I have some Assault Marines, some TAC Marines, some very damaged units. He did get rid of my barracks, which was a kind of forced me back. And you can see here, Dodaka Hut, again, Walk Towers. Now he's got 3 on the side, so very terrifying. And he does have this machine Colt, his Demek shop over here. And we're just gonna keep posturing here. We're gonna. And you can see he's going to, like a good Orc player, continue to push, which is really, really good. And you can see he's going to push through here in the middle. And I actually did leave the servitor here to scout, but he does find it. He's going to take it out. And he's going to catch me while I'm moving up here to try and fortify. You can see I am protecting Kill Team Iron Maw with my abilities there, as I just jump in here. But he has just so much backlines. This is a pretty devastating place for Def Gun Ludas, doing a ton of damage to my Terminators, who were supposed to assassinate the back line, essentially. He just has so many troops, I'm unable to kind of get a control here. And he does have that Death Dread, which is giving him a ton of advantage in that main line. You can see Kill Team Iron Man does have its rocket launcher now, so doing some decent damage. And you can see here, I've got them locked down, but again, just a trade, really. Slaughtering each other's infantry while the heroes slug it out in the late game. You can see that one Terminator just being a champ, but he's going to die. And you can see Gabriel Angelos very low health. My Tech Marines trying to support. This is a place where that oh, here comes some more Assault Marines. Just really trying to finish off these Def Gun Ludas, because that is a decently expensive unit. As my heroes run away from his terrifying Gorguts and Death Dread. Death Dread is just so powerful. Tons of health, tons of armor-piercing damage. And you can see Gabriel Angelos just constantly running away. I really can't win that fight. letting this Def Dread just like tear apart my Assault Marines. They really need to get out of here. And that's what they should be doing here. And you can see these attack Marines are just going to run away. I have nothing to kill them at this point. And he knows that, and he knows he can't catch them, so he doesn't even bother. But luckily, just barely, my heroes do get out of here. So this is not entirely lost. He is going to get a decisive control of the middle here. And you can see him building a pile of guns. Controlling this point, he's going to be dropping some gens here soon, and running back and healing Gorguts. You can see I think I do finally have this arsenal, and I'm upgrading power swords here to give my assault marines power swords so that they can deal with armored infantry. I really just don't have a choice here. You can see my machine cult is being built, but it is a little late to the game. You can see I do have 2 assault marines in their little pods, so that I can try and use my power swords to take them out. But you can see now he's up to 4 Def Dreads. So this is not looking very good for me right now. But I do have a defensive position, so if I can lure him kind of into a bad position, I believe I have a chance. And here you can see another engagement is going to go down. He's flanking around with some Def Dreads, and as I try and finish off this one, you can see my poor listening post just trying to defend. You can see I'm getting some nice damage there done on this Def Dread, but it's just not enough. There's so many of them. Here comes my Holy Standard. Here comes some attack marines. I just really need a decisive win here, or I'm not gonna win. You can see these Def Gun looters are tearing into my listening post, and I am falling back just because I'm trying to bring him into a fight that he's gonna lose with my turret. Is ideal. And so you can see here I'm going to catch him, and while my assault marines are dealing with his Def Gun Ludas. But he is doing a ton of damage to my generator here, which is not the best. So you can see I am going to take out these Def Gun Ludas with those assault marines. I should be running away there with those guys. Again, you can see my assault marines don't die. Ooh, trying to jump out of there. Probably would have been better just to run. And there you can see with my rocket launcher I do have a chance against these guys, but without it I have almost none. You can see it's doing a ton of damage, and this Def Dread is going to come over here and just kick the crap out of my poor listening post. And now he does have the Mega Knobs. And these guys are just devastating. That melee armor piercing damage of 120 is hard to deal with. Where is Gabriel Angelos currently? Oh, he's healing. And there's really nothing I can do about this. I think I'm going to go try and contest just because this is one of my only advantages over him right now. Is my resource generation is slightly higher than his, but he does have that the energy production advantage. But of course, here comes Warlord Gorguts, and I know that this is pointless. I'm going to try and drop that over there as my guys get caught here with the taunt. I really should have just fallen back. But I feel like I just can't let this go. Like if I lose the middle ground, it's over. You can see here that Swirling Claw again is just going to make all this fire useless. It's going to do nothing, and there's really nothing I can do about it except just run. And that's what I'm going to do. I got out of there with that Assault Terminator, which was Assault Marine, which is really good. And you can see I now do have my Assault Terminators, which is great. Gabriel Angelos is coming in. I really need to pull these guys out so that I can tank with Gabriel Angelos, get that rocket firing. Here they come, and they're going to start opening fire. They are better against infantry. And here comes a Def Dread. It's going to take on my lower engine, my lowered one, which is great use. And you can see just through consistent fire, I'm able to take out some of these Def Dreads. My opponent definitely is not on his A game anymore. He's feeling pretty confident, I think. And you can see I'm just taking a ton of damage. And I really don't have much. I have a land speeder. Here's another one. I let it get too close. I figured they would just kind of like not be that close, because why would you need to be that close to attack it? But it just auto went there. My Assault Marines are going to get in there, try and do some damage, and I'm going to try and push out here, chase these guys, Just try and get control of something again. I really need it. You can see these knobs, such a powerful unit. You can see I do have 2 drop pods ready, so I need to be getting those guys. Just see how long those knobs last. I think I will be taking out his points here, which is always a good thing. But you can see another wog is proccing, so I need to get out of here, or I'm going to lose everything I have, essentially. You can see his wah turret over here. See my guys with the 10 cyclone missile barrages, and I didn't take out those resource generators, just so bad. You can see this Death Dread here just eating my power generator for breakfast. Not good. Here comes another one. Oh, buddy, here come the Mega Knobs, and he has a solid hold up on this side. You can see, look at that devastating volley. I stopped it for some reason. I don't know why. I should have just kept going. They would have been able to annihilate that guy. You can see all my heroes very low health, and I'm going to be running away from this this Mega Knobs unit. Oh, poor Attack Marines. So yeah, it's not looking good at this point. I redeployed my Kill Team Iron Maw, so they'll be coming back here soon with full health. And I'm again running from Def Gun Ludas. What I really need to be doing is getting some Devastator Marines, but I just don't have them currently. You can see my Assault Terminators are dropping some fire. I killed one of them, but he does run out of that area of influence. You can see my Kill Team Iron Maw. I still do have my 2 towers, but he just has such a resource advantage over me now. Here you can see Gorguts coming in. Terrifying Gorguts. And I'm just going to try and regenerate whatever I have. I think I'm building my... I should be upgrading my land speeders with multi-melta guns soon. And they do have the mark. The land speeders apply a debuff to their target, increases damage taken, and reveals target for a duration. So that's why I wanted some of those guys to exploit my Kill Team Iron Maw's elite doctrine. You can see here I'm going to use my elite to come try and just hold this area. It's my only power generator left. And we are just going to fast forward a bit. You can see my land speeder went over there, harassed a bit. And I'm gonna start prepping for a push on this side again. I can't just sit here, and I know I don't have enough tech to really do anything else, so I'm just going to be pushing a ton of these Assault Marines with the Power Sword so I can counter whatever threat he brings at me. Because they do true damage, so they do great against everything. Here they come. So, my Assault Marines are going to go in. My Terminators are on Overwatch, slowing down everybody behind me. And I do drop, again, Marines back there. And you can see this is going pretty well. My Assault Marines are dealing with this main core. My Assault Marines have slowed down this back line. And look at that. Just annihilated that Assault with the help of the turret. You can see I did lose, I think, maybe 1 unit of Assault Marines. But I traded very cost effectively here because of that advantage ground. And I even forgot about my land speeders here, which was a definite mistake. But the one thing I did have going here was he did not have Gorguts, which would have probably turned the tide of that battle. But I am going to get these guys, which is a nice grab. And you can see finally these guys coming in with their multi-melta guns, going to melt him pretty fast. And now I need to get back here, make sure I use these guys to the best of their ability, and they will be hopefully getting refilled over here. But you can see he is going to destroy this one with Gorguts and his personal bodyguard of Death Dread. You can see I'm going to come over here, poke him with my land speeders, but they just have such a bad range. I don't know, like I figured they would have had larger range. And here you can see I'm going to pop on this Death Dread, try and punish him for kind of overextending, because I do have these fast units, so I got to take every advantage. See, they do have some Def Gun Ludas up there, which is not going to be the best. Ooh, come on, get that Death Dread. Oh, you can see I'm actually pushing here because I got that advantage earlier by killing a lot of his heroes. You can see again, I'm just leaving these guys too close. I don't know why. They take so long to move away. And you can see I'm going to split up my troops there. Gabriel Angelos is trying to kill these Def Gun Ludas. And you can see my Terminators are doing some decent damage here, along with my land speeders. You can see Gabriel Angelos, of course, just being a tank over here. And I am going to grab Gorguts there, this is a pretty important fight here, as my Assault Marines continue to push in. I'm going to finish off this Death Dread, and I think I'm going to come kill this tower. But I really do need to get these land speeders back, start repairing them. But here comes Zap Noggin. Oh no, here comes Beauty to Morganot, so I got to get out of here right now. You can see my poor land speeder is going to go down. Oh god, what horrible timing, right at the heart of my push. There you can see they're dragged back by the claw, and right after he's my teleport, so that was really, really bad for me too. So you can see there, what once was a decent position for me is now gone horribly, horribly wrong. And oh man, just losing more and more Terminators. You can see this big track came over here, killed my turret, but I did kill it with my remains of my Space Marines. You can see poor Kill Team Iron Maw is gone. Oh man, look at this thing. And so it is not looking good at all. And you can see he is over here getting rid of my console. And I'm just going to be regenerating. I'm going to fight here to the last. Send my land speeder over to investigate. Took a ton of damage. Probably was not the best choice. You can see my servitors, remember, is repairing that one. And you can see him popping a wah down here as I just try and replenish my troops. Now I do have multi-melta cannons. Oh man, where did you even come from? And here come the horde. What horrible timing for my fast forward. Sorry about that. So he did kill this thing, and he's going to come across the bridge with Beauty to Morganot, and you can see this huge, just def gun Luda train here. Man, so cool. And we will resume here. I should be dropping my Assault Marine squad on here, and you can see my Assault Marine squad's just getting gunned down, and they all got pulled over here. Deal with Beauty. I really need these land speeders on Beauty, but there's really not much I can do here. You can see I'm going to launch some rockets at these guys. Oh, and just devastate them. If I just had that amount of rockets a little bit earlier, might have turned the tide here. You can see these knobs are so powerful. Gabriel Angelos is going to take so long to kill these guys. But my multi-melta guns are going to help. They do have, I think the knobs do have heavy armor. Heavy infantry at least. You can see Beauty over here is popping his ability. Oh, and my poor land speeder just walking in there, getting slaughtered. Kill Team Iron Maw. Ooh, sloppy play there. I had never fought this guy before, and I had never played with him in campaign or anything, so I really didn't know what I was up against. You can see he is going to just, oh man, devastating claw stun there as I try and take out Kill Team Iron Maw. You can see my Assault Terminators doing a ton of damage with their rocket barrage. Wow. And he is not going to make it out of there. They had almost a full stack of rockets. You can see I am going to build some heavy bolters. You can see I do have a Dreadnought out, but really at this point he just has too much resource generation, and I have very little. You can see he does have the elite point as I try and take out this Mega Knob, or at this Gorguts. You can see I've just maybe learned to like run away, but then I keep getting drawn back in. I don't really know the best way to deal with this claw. You can see he is gonna let me catch him off guard here. But he does bring those Mecha Knobs in, and I'm gonna drop my Holy Standard, try and save these Assault Terminators. See they're dropping a nice rocket barrage, dealing a ton of damage. Oh, and I do lose those guys, which is sad. You can see I'm trying to finish off this hero, or this Mecha Knobs, as my Dreadnought slams these Mecha Knobs back. Oh man. Sorry about that. You can see these Def Gun Ludas in here. I am going to chase actually with this land speeder, try and kill him, because that is really my only chance here, is sniping out those heroes, taking what I can kill, and then finding potentially some place to push in, which I'm really not finding any time to. I am going to catch these Def Gun Ludas though. Definitely a micro mistake on my allies, or my opponents. Micro. But you can see I'm just taking a ton of damage here as I slowly try and kill this guy, and I really don't have anything to push forward with. There, I do catch him just before he gets out of there. I'm going to pull back to try and repair that guy. You can see my core is back up to full health, which is good. Oh, here comes his Def Dread. At this point, he's trying to end it. He's trying to be nice and push. You can see Kill Team Iron Man does get sniped out there, just with this huge firing line of Def Dread. As I'm gonna shoot some rockets here, hopefully teleport away, because that is an ability that I can use. Oh no! So he's gonna go down. Where's Gabriel? Oh man, he's proccing a rock over here. So this is not looking good at all. Gabriel Angelos is coming back into the fight. He was dealing with those Def Gun Ludas. You can see over here, I believe I'm making a Dreadnought, which could turn the tide of this fight. Assault Marines coming in here. More Assault Marines are going to head over here, try and finish off these Def Gun Ludas. Man. There's definitely some, even my servitors are in on the fight. There's really almost nothing I can do here. As I'm barely staying alive. I really need to get Gabriel out of here, because it looks like he's about to die here too. And knobs do a considerable amount of damage. Gotta bring these guys back in. You can see I'm building more in this drop pod. Ooh, and he does die from that scrap explosion. You can see over here he does some Def Gun Ludas, which would have been sorely needed in that fight. These guys, I thought they had a jump, but they don't, so I'm going to fall back, take a couple losses, then bring in my big ol' Dreadnought as I bring in a Servitor to stop them from shooting, which is lucky in this kind of small funds, small units game here. I'm able to, those Servitors are actually able to make a difference in a fight, especially with ranged units. You can see my Dreadnought tries to chase these guys down. Oh man, so good. I love the Dreadnought. It's just so cool. Come on, get him. Get him. And I can't, at this point, I can't afford to let anything escape. That's just how it is. It's looking bad here. I have no heroes. He has a Def Dread coming in. He does. Let's swap over here to him. All his guys are on cooldown too, but he has a ton more money here. Because he has both the top, the bottom, and the middle. So at this point, it's just like a defense. You can see some Def Dread over here, and he's going to come over here and grab these energy generators, which are really the only thing I have going for me right now. Pumping out these Dreadnoughts and these Land Speeders. So I'm going to go up there, try and defend, but not before I do lose some of these guys. See, they're all running up. My Land Speeders all should be going up there. Already upgrading to that multi-meta. That is definitely needed between the Def Dreads and the knobs. It is hard to... Man, and they just always go into melee range. I don't know why. I'm just clicking in attack order. They should just go to their maximum range and attack. Definitely strange. And you can see I'm going to jump in here on these knobs, or on these boys, and just, I need to kill my opponent's money wherever I can. And there you can see I'm dropping another Dreadnought, which is perfect, and I'm dropping more of these guys. I need to win decisively so I can head down south, where he's taking out my only resource generating point. So this is definitely looking bad. But I did basically very cost-free, kind of, I think, took out this force. I did lose a number of Marines over here. You can see Kill Team Iron Ma is coming up soon. And you can see all these Def Gun Ludas, man. And with the Def Dread front line, that is pretty terrifying. You can see over here 4 Wa Towers, not looking too good. And just constant upgrades here, doing a great job upgrading vehicle health and stuff like that. Yeah, I believe I am on tier 2 strongholds, and I do have 8 elite points. So if I had been able to push to tier 3, I think that would have been a great option. Start deploying these orbital bombardments. That might have helped me turn the tide, but I just was not thinking about it here. So I actually do not have enough money here. Instead of maybe building one of these dreadnoughts, I could have upgraded to here to tier 3 and started using these excess elite points that I just was not using. And here you can see a big push coming here through the middle. This is one of the longest games I've played. Usually people leave pretty quick. Here they come. Dreadnought in the front line, getting stunned there by something. Ooh, nice slam from my Dreadnought. See my Boltas in the back line. Kill Team Iron Maw, using its rocket to try and snipe out these Def Dreads. But you can see taking a lot of damage in all of these trades. See these Def Gun Looters just coming around the side, killing everything I have slowly but surely. Assault Marine's gonna go out here, try and silence these guys. Gabriel Angelos is going to be dropping again soon, as my land speeder tries to kill these Def Gun Ludas. Yeah, here he is. Yeah, just going to slaughter these guys. Here come my Terminators too. And you can see, just here comes Beauty, round 2. Let's see if I can take out a second Titan. You can see my Dreadnought here, very low health. My Bolters in the back, laying down cover fire. You can see my Power Core dropping very low as I'm just trying to build these, build up those missile charges, and he's just going to snipe it there with Beauty. And so that was just a very fun game, at least for me. You really don't see those big Titan-y units very much, so it's great to see them on the battlefield. Anyways, tell me how you would maybe have run that game differently, and potentially, how are you guys liking Dawn of War 3? Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and that's that.